you feel it? They talk about us. I told you I didn't know what it was. That was beautiful. That was a absolutely beautiful start to this. Hi guys, welcome back to Music History on a High Note, and I don't know, man. Oh my god, I can't get over. Yo, right before we start recording, she took that way too seriously too. She's like, I have a role to play, and I'm gonna get this right. Like, she's practicing.
I'm committed.
And I literally just thought of the idea on a whim, like, 2 minutes ago?
I take my my airplaying very serious.
At first, I heard you say airplane and not airplaying, and I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with an airplane?
This is an airport, bitch. Fly. I don't know. Fly and get high. Ooh, there we go. Connection made. Like high in the sky. Like a plane.
Dog.
I don't know. Anyways, what's up, guys? This is Kat.
And this is
Eureka.
Eureka. You know, the AIRWRECKA.
Oh my god.
You've never seen that meme?
Oh, I was like, who spells a name like that? No, I have not.
I put that on things just to fuck with people.
That's funny.
So, today, Oh my
god, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just thought of something, and since we're on the podcast, I might as well say it.
Okay.
I'm always like, hi guys, my name's Kat. And they're like, oh, Kat. And sometimes I'll be like, how do you spell that? And I should be like, cat. Like C, like meow. And just look at them dead in the face. See if that causes anything.
Oh my god. You've been pondering on this, haven't you?
The last 6 seconds. Well, now it's a lot more. Anyways, let's get back to this podcast.
Hold on. Before we start anything, I'm sorry. One more thing. God, we're never gonna get any fucking sponsors.
Never.
Well,
it's over.
We knew this wasn't going to be a thing. We hoped it's not going to be a thing.
But can I just say that we are how many episodes in?
This will be number 9 because I'm currently editing number 8.
Oh my god, we should have a 10 episode anniversary.
And do what?
10th episode, which isn't it yet. We'll work on that for next week. I don't know. We'll light a cupcake that nobody can see. We'll describe it to them in all its flaming beauty and glory. And
I don't know if I want to give this to you anymore.
What?
The peace offering.
Oh my god, I forgot!
I don't want to give it to you. Okay, so if you remember from the 27 Club episode, a couple episodes back, I stole her Janis Joplin lighter, forever ago. And I'm still not giving it back. However, I found something even better.
And it came out of her boobs. It's warm, but it's warm with happiness. Whoa, this is way better.
Tell me what it is, Kat.
It's a Foo Fighters lighter. Where did you get this from?
The gas station. It was literally
cool.
2:45 in the morning the other night. I was picking up stuff to, water bottles to bring the triangle and dropping it off.
Yeah.
For working on Sunday. And I saw it was just a single one sitting there because I was talking to the guy at the register. And I was like, oh shit. And I just threw it right there. I'm like, I want that too.
Oh my god, buddy. Thank you.
Yes. I wanted to give it to her.
Wait,
Don't set it on fire, Kat.
Fire.
Okay, you know I have a fear of fire. And it doesn't make sense. I know. I'm a burnout. However...
This is so neat.
It's a thing. But yes, no. So I figured I'd do that on the podcast because of the fact that...
You stole my Janis Joplin lighter.
And the original one we recorded is when I finally told her, and I was literally planning on telling her a year later.
Oh my god.
So...
Oh, alright.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too, buddy. Peace offering accepted.
Alright.
Now all is good and we can get on with our lives.
So... Back to this topic. So, if you didn't get from our little tomfoolery at the beginning,
yeah,
where Kat took it a little bit too seriously.
I'm an artist. What can I say?
If you did not recognize that, I am very sad. I have no faith in you. Who doesn't know who the GoGos are?
Well, to be fair, when you first said the Go-Go's, I was like, who? And it wasn't until you were like, oh, this song. Well, first off, you said you were like disappointed or something in me.
Oh, yeah.
But then once you started telling me like the songs, I was like, oh, I know exactly who the Go-Go's are. That's why we started off with that.
So, my initial feeling on the word Go-Go's is like the go-go dancers.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when I was younger, I pictured them as this, like, just 5 girls.
I thought they were like a girl group too, like that. Like a poppy type of thing.
No. See, okay, so you fixin' to learn some things. I'm just going to turn this way so you can't be reading it while I'm doing this.
I did that last week.
I know. I was like, mesmerized. Fuck you.
I'm so mesmerized by the words.
She's impatient. She couldn't let me tell her what it was. So, you're going to learn a lot of things about the Go-Go's that you're going to sit there and you're, oh my God. Like, this was very, very shocking. I feel like this one I did a lot of, like, put a lot of work into. And I'm trying to get better at this research shit because, I mean, I think I've got a system on how I'm going to do it now, though. So I'm thinking it's going to get better. But I signed up for a trial for Showtime also to watch a... Sorry. So there was this documentary that was directed by Allison Ellwood on there. It was made last year, and it was a documentary on the Go-Go's where all of them spoke and everything. That it told like it from each of their perspectives. It was very like it's sadder than you would expect, but I mean then again, a lot of shit in the 80s was a lot different than people like our age think it was. Like that was a wild ass time, although they formed in 78 technically.
Okay.
So, let's go into the Go-Go's. I just pulled a cat, god damn it.
Even I was like, what the heck, Erica? That's a me move.
Okay, so now you know how I feel every time you say some really stupid shit like that. Alright, so Go-Go's, they formed in 1978 in Los Angeles. However, they were a fucking punk rock band.
Fuck yeah.
They were literally like, so they all played their own instruments. Now, granted, at the beginning, none of them knew how to play instruments.
Oh.
And they were just like, after, this is going to be really back and forth. So, original lineup was Belinda Carlisle, Jane Wielden, Margot Oliveria, and Alyssa Bello. So you had Belinda was vocals, Jane was guitar, Margot was bass, and Elisa was drums. So I think it was I don't think any of them knew how to play except for Jane.
That's really cool. What did they all play?
I just told you.
Oh my God! Wow, I'm so sorry. I had a blanking moment.
Cat.
I'm sorry. I was so focused on. This is what I was thinking. I was like, man, they're all females. And
yeah.
Punk, like pop, not pop, punk, but rock, punk.
Punk rock.
Punk rock. Wow. Whoa, what's in this water?
You concern the fuck out of me. Basically, Margot, who was one of the original founding members, she went to the UK and saw the Sex Pistols, and apparently it was super fucking disappointing. And
really?
At this point, that's when a lot of the punk was starting to kind of die. But, like, the UK punk scene was fucking wild in comparison. Like, you have no fucking idea.
We should do an episode on that sometime.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
I'd be down for that.
Like, I was literally, during the, watching the documentary, I was sitting, and they had the pictures of, like, UK punk, and I'm like, whoo!
That would be so sick.
That is intense, and I absolutely love it. So she came back to the U.S. and was like, you know what? We're going to make a band. We're going to do this. We don't know how to play, but we're going to figure it out.
Hell yeah.
And they'll even admit at first they sucked. Like, they were just kind of doing, like, whatever. And then they finally started figuring out how to put it all together. And it was like...
That must be such a magical moment.
Mm-hmm.
Where everyone's like, oh my God, we're actually, like things are coming out right.
Mm-hmm. So Belinda was briefly a part of the Germs. She called herself Dottie Danger.
Dottie Danger?
Yes. I guess she played the drums, although I don't think she really knew how to. And then she left before they even played a show. So, like, she literally was a short stint there.
Oh, okay.
So originally the girls called themselves the Misfits, which was obviously not really a thing they could do because of
There's already
the band that had started a year before, the Misfits.
The Misfits, yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they decided on the name at a Denny's that they frequented in Los Angeles somewhere. I don't remember exactly where it said.
That is so cool.
I know.
I can just imagine these 4 girls at Denny's, who knows what time it is, in LA, and they're chilling, being like, man, we need a name, and that's so cool.
Oh yeah, I think that's awesome. And so this woman girl at the time named Charlotte Caffey, at the end of 1978, she joined the band, and at this point she brought them a song she wrote, and it was "We Got the Beat." And she quoted in the documentary, "I was thinking, man, these girls are going to throw me out of the band because it was a pop song." And they were absolutely far from it. Wrong. Or she was far from it.
That is so cool.
They absolutely loved it.
That's so cool.
So 2 people I'm going to touch on to begin with because they really only tie into the first part of this. So Margot Oliveria. So they called her Popsicle Head.
Why?
Okay, do you know what this means? I'm just going to point to that word. What does that mean?
Oh man, chola is a Spanish word that's like, they use that for, oh gosh, hold on. I don't really use that where I'm from. Hold on, I'm going to look this up real quick.
The only reason why I ask is because...
Oh, I got it. Oh, okay. It's a woman of indigenous or partly indigenous ancestry in some parts of Latin America.
Okay.
Chola makeup. I just want to show you. This is chola makeup.
Ah, okay. So, because she was quoted being called a valley girl with dyed day glow hair and chola makeup.
Okay.
Yes. So... This is the one that saw the Sex Pistols and was super disappointed. She was introduced to Alyssa Bello, who was like, I'm learning to play the drums. I guess she kind of been learning, but she wasn't that great. And she was actually fired by Gina Shock.
Okay.
Not by Gina Shock, I'm sorry, and replaced with Gina Shock in 1979. And their manager was said to have quoted, we just weren't happy with Alyssa's abilities as a drummer. And Bello herself was like, I was chucked on my ass, I was dating this girl whose ex-girlfriend, Ginger, decided to become the new manager of the GoGos. She just happened to know a drummer who had been playing for years and had her own truck, great equipment, etc. Plus her father made her these great drum cases. I never joined the GoGos, as you see. Margot and I put the band together. Although it was Margot who picked the girls, I wasn't too happy with some of her choices. But Margot was relentless. I think she may have regretted those choices later on.
Damn, so she and Margot started the band. Right?
Yes.
Is what you're saying? And she got kicked out for her drumming abilities?
Yes.
In replacement with that other chick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That sucks, man.
So she was replaced by a girl, they were young, who Jane was actually, dating for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And they ended up breaking up, but there was, no hard feelings. Because obviously they went on to be the GoGos.
Right.
And so was it a month and a half? I feel like that I don't know if it was supposed to be a month and a half or a year and a half, but Margot only lasted either a month and a half or a year and a half. I don't remember. I don't know why that sounds so wrong.
So Margot was out too?
Yes. Hold on.
Oh my god, I'm so intrigued.
So in 1980, they recorded a 5-song demo at the Gold Star at the Gold Star Studios in LA. They supported bands Madness and the Specials on a LA and UK tour, which their manager, Ginger, literally pawned her jewelry, sold her car to make sure that they got overseas so they could at least, like, get a presence in the UK.
Damn, now that's a good manager.
Yeah. You're going to see it's going to be very sad in the end.
Oh, no.
So they went and toured with them in the UK, and it went bad. So they were playing, because these bands were like ska bands. Mm-hmm. So I guess the audience was like misogynistic skinheads, like piece of shit trash. And they would throw things at them. I guess in the audience, it was said that one person had a razor and another person had a hammer. Like, they did not accept this, especially the fact it was an all-girl band. They would literally be like, they're not even playing their own instruments. Well, yes, the fuck they were.
Wow.
And yeah, I think they're still a punk band at this point. I love the idea of the GoGos being a punk band. So, this absolutely did nothing to stop them. They're just like, no, fuck it. We're going to show you what the fuck is up. Mm-hmm. And we're going to show you wrong. Or prove you wrong. So they came back to the U.S. and literally, like, when they came back, and I want to say they played at the, I think it was at what is the name? What was it? The Mask. It's either the Mask or the Whiskey, because they ended up being, like, resident players there.
Oh, okay.
And, like, they'd open up for bands. And, like, there was a line outside the building wrapped around to see them.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Like, so they released their demo, We Got the Beat with Stiff Records, which was actually, like, a minor hit in the UK. Okay, so that Denny's that they decided on was on Hollywood Boulevard. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, do you know about how old they were at this time? Like, the actual members? I'm going to look that up.
I think they were in, like, their early 20s.
Ugh.
Maybe, like, 19 to 20.
So we still have time.
So they were born, they had to, 1958.
So they were about, what, like our age?
Probably.
That's pretty cool.
Although, like, each of them was at some point moved by punk rock at, like, a slightly younger age. Mm-hmm. And, of course, parents hated punk rock because parents are bitches. But, rebellion, anarchy. The other day at work, I looked at my coworker Tori, and I looked at her. I said, "Mass genocide," and she goes, "Mass genocide." And then we look at our new coworker Kelly, and we just look at him and we go, "Mass genocide," and he goes, "Wait, I'm sorry, what?" And then I finally explained it to him, and he goes, "Oh yes, I'm down."
Oh dear God.
He's like this like built black guy with like pretty eyes. Mm-hmm. So I'm literally, that's what made me think of that. Anarchy, mass genocide. No, I promise. I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, not, yeah, no.
Yeah. So in December of 1980, Oliveria, she became ill. I read on one place that it was with hepatitis A. I could not find that on any other source. Okay. So I'm not 100% sure. So they temporarily replaced her with Kathy Valentine from the band The Textones, who, when Carlisle and Kathy approached her at a show, then they were like, "Yo, we want you. Can you play bass? We want you in our band." And she's like, "Yeah, I can play bass." She's a lying ass bitch. She could not play bass. But
that's fucking funny.
Let me fucking tell you something. She did a 3-day coke binge, sat in front of the rehearsal tape that was very shitty sounding, having to try to hear the notes and learn how to play, and then improvising what she didn't know.
Wow.
Because it was never written down. Because I don't think any of them actually knew how to read or write music.
Right.
But they made their own music. Like, they wrote their songs and they made the music themselves.
That's
all
neat.
of it by themselves.
Good for them.
Yeah. Bad bitch energy. Bad bitch. Badass bitch. Although the whole 3 coke binge, I literally wrote my notes. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, Kathy, calm down.
Yeah, that's extreme.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's some dedication right there.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't have gone that far.
No.
Maybe, like, want an Adderall. So, I guess at that point, though, Oliveria was already, she had been like skipping rehearsals, and she was acting like a shady bitch because, and I'm not being rude, I'm just saying like your whole, like, you weren't showing up because you thought the band was too mainstream and you wanted it to be a punk band. But like, this is just for humor. Don't ever take it personally. Unless you're Axl Rose. Fuck you, Axl Rose. So she was dismissed from the band, and the sad thing was, like, they had Ginger do it because they were too afraid to. Yeah.
Damn.
And she was pissed. And she actually ended up suing them in 1982, and it was settled in 1984.
Why? Why'd she? I don't know.
For a wrongful dismissal.
From a band?
Yes.
You can do that?
I guess.
Oh.
I don't know.
Ah.
Listen, I'm not a lawyer. I have no idea how that shit works. Like, at all.
That's funny.
So, in 1981, they signed up for, or signed to IRS Records, which I wrote sketchy name, question mark.
Right?
I'd be like, IRS. Raise eyebrow. So, they released their debut album, Beauty and the Beat, which I have that. It's still wrapped. It's not sealed, but it's still wrapped in, like, the original, like, wrap it was wrapped in.
Yeah. With
the sticker and everything. I also have that in Vacation. And the album was bomb as fuck. Like, it topped the U.S. charts. It sat for 6 weeks on the charts in 1982. So for the music videos, they tried to get arrested by frolicking in a fountain for like a couple hours. Yeah.
So they purposely wanted to get arrested.
Yes. They did not get arrested. It did not work. Nobody gave a fuck. So because of this whole like mass blow up of the Go-Go's, they went on tour with the Police in their Ghost in the Machine tour.
They went on tour with the Police?
Mm-hmm.
I love the Police.
In fact, while on tour with them, their album surpassed the Police's on the charts.
What?
The Police were at number 6, and they went straight up to number 1.
Oh, how good for them.
So the Police brought champagne to their room, like in celebration. Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
That's fucking awesome. I was like, what? So the album went double platinum, and it is currently at number 413 on the Rolling Stones' greatest albums of all time.
That's so cool. Could you imagine having something you created be... that's so cool.
So, first off, I'm just going to put that I put in the parentheses, let's pretend Shinedown holds the number 1, which they should.
Oh, gosh.
I don't want to hear no shit about that. None. Absolutely none. Can we please... This computer's so fucked up. I hate my little touchscreen tablet computer. So, have you seen the album cover?
I've not.
Okay, so...
No.
Let me see. So, it's pretty iconic. However... So, at this point, they had no money. And they were very low budgeting. And so, that's the album cover, right?
Oh, neat.
So, those towels.
Uh-huh.
So, Ginger ended up taking those back after the photo shoot to Macy's. And returning them. I know. Could you imagine somebody at that point owned towels? The towels that were on the cover of
Oh my
that
God,
album.
you're right.
Yeah.
And they'll never know.
Yep. At this point, those towels are probably long gone, too.
I mean, hopefully they're... Well, okay. If I were to use them, I would hope they'd be washed. But if I was like, oh my God, these were used by them and I knew that, I'd just be like, I'm not washing them. I mean, I wouldn't use them.
Yeah, but how would they know?
Exactly.
Nobody would know.
No, they'd never know.
And they probably don't even exist anymore.
That's true. Those towels are probably long gone. Sad.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, at this point, Kathy was a serious, like, heroin addict, but, like, in secret. She hid it for 7 years from the band.
Oh, no.
How
Kathy.
someone hides a heroin addiction for 7 years, I don't know. But I guess when they moved to New York for a little bit to record, she was like, maybe this will help me kick the habit. And then she ended up walking around Alphabet City and New York City to score dope.
Oh,
like, it
Kathy.
was kind of a little sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really sad, to be honest. But, and I guess the members at one point approached her about it, and she was like, nope, no, absolutely not. How you're always with me. But, like, she was lying.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the amount of drugs that these women did.
Well, when you told me to look up Belinda, it said that, like, at the age 14, she was, like, I was already, like, dropping acid and, like, doing coke or
Yeah,
something
I read that article.
And I'm just like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in this time period, they went and played on SNL.
What?
Yes. So they got there, like, at 11 o'clock in the morning, and they got bored. So they got wrecked.
Oh, no.
So they started drinking.
Oh, no.
And then they brought cocaine into the picture.
God damn it, GoGos.
And they were literally fucked up while performing. But they kicked ass.
Oh, good. Oh, I thought it was going to be one of those things where it's like...
The day after, their album sales, like, skyrocketed. Okay, so I don't drink anymore. I used to, kind of, but I was never a fan. I could barely move when I was drunk. Unless, like, I was on a couple things.
Well, weed. I had a hangover the other day that made me realize I think I'm good.
She's finally come to that realization. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
We need to take you to an AA meeting.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's that bad.
At this point, the Rolling Stone put them on the cover of the magazine, and it was the most unflattering picture. Like, they were in... Here, let me pull that one up,
I was like, I want to see this picture.
So, basically, they were in, like, undergarments.
Okay.
But it was, like... Yeah, I'll show you. It's, like, granny panties looking things.
Do you agree it's just not, like...
Oh, no. It is unflattering as fuck.
Oh.
And they were pissed.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. Would you not be pissed, too?
I'd be pissed if I'm like, yo, I have all these pictures and this is what you choose?
So Ginger called the editor and was like, bro, what the fuck? And he literally told them to be grateful and basically told them to fuck off and hung up on them. Yeah. Like, that is infuriating.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, at least they're not naked.
Yeah, but that's not how they want to be.
No.
And the other thing was, look at the headline.
GoGo's put out. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. And he told them to be grateful.
Who was it? So I can tell him to fuck off.
I didn't write down his name. That was kind of a real fucking...
Damn.
Enragement. Like that, when they were talking about that in the video, I was so pissed. I was so fucking pissed. So in late 82, they were working on and put out their sophomore album, Vacation, which, I mean, I think everybody knows that song. Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation had... Yeah.
I think so.
It's been used on so many commercials.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure if I heard it.
So it was a hit, but it wasn't even remotely close to Beauty and the Beat, which... It was a good album, so, like, what the fuck? And they did it on skis, the album cover. And I guess in between the photo shoot, they would just be walking around the streets in their little tutus. I guess, like, passerbys were like, what the fuck is going on? However, around this time, Kathy, Charlotte, was having problems, like, moving her hands and fingers, and she had to sit out for, like, 4 months.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And that kind of, like, it made it a little bit rocky between the band. So they also had new management that was, like, knocking at their door, like, hey, you know, we could do so much better than her, you know, Ginger. And, again, same woman that pawned her fucking jewelry and sold her car to get these girls overseas. And all of a sudden the girls were, like, listening in on it, and they're like, you know what, maybe you're right. And so they literally fired her. Straight up.
What the hell?
And it backfired on them, because that management ended up being so shitty.
Oh, good. I mean, not good. I mean, like, it sucks for them, but damn.
No, literally good. Like, that's the karma you get for doing that to the person who literally did all that. I
really thought it was going to be one of those things where it's like, no, we stick behind our person, and it's clearly not what happened.
So, right around this time, too, Gina had gone in for, like, a regular doctor's appointment, only to find out she had a pebble-sized hole in her heart.
Oh, no.
So she decided to go through a surgery for it to do it. So the band had to go on a brief, like, hiatus. And the band, like, I guess it brought them together in a way because of it. And they were like, no more cocaine, Gina. However,
oh, God.
Valium, alcohol, and shrooms were all right.
Oh,
I literally put in there, the fuck kind of logic is that?
I don't know, man.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I could see why, but, like, maybe no drugs at all?
I was going to say, don't do drugs, kids.
Just the Swedes. So Charlotte, Jane, and Kathy were the main songwriters in all of this. And it caused issues because they got more pay than Jane and Belinda did. Jane and Belinda. Hold on. Did I mess up their names? In my head, I think I messed up, but I probably didn't. Okay, so yes. Oh my God, I'm struggling.
Can I just say I'm very impressed by your note-taking.
Thank you.
It's quite a system you got there.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciates it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out first names. I'm really struggling at the current moment. Okay, so let's go back. Let me figure out how to... So Kathy, Jane, and Charlotte were the main songwriters. They made more. And so it made the other two pissed, but, like, Belinda was like, you know, she sat there to herself and was like, yeah, so I only did the singing. So in reality, they did more work. And so she knew she was kind of like, that was like the bitch move to try to get the more money. So she just kind of sat that one quiet with herself.
Oh, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, to be fair, because they were their own songwriters and music writers, and they were the ones who did more work, I could kind of understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's only fair, but at the same time, it's one of those, like...
It's one of those where it's like a group and you expect them all to be equally paid.
But, well, it's some groups, all of them do write at the same time. And then in this case, Gina and Belinda didn't do that. So... This was causing a little bit more problems. Like, they were getting into fights. So in 1984, they traveled to the UK to record their third album, which was called Talk Show, and it wasn't a success at all. I need to get a copy of that. It got no certification. Bummer. So that when they traveled there, they started wearing these red noses and calling themselves a clown family. Like, there's a bunch of Polaroids of each of them giving birth to Jane, the clown.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. There's pictures of these clowns doing coke.
Oh, my God.
Apparently, the clowns love coke. I don't understand. I'm confused. I don't know what kind of...
I was going to say, it's the drugs, man.
I literally... Damn, what kind of drugs were they on over there?
Oh, shit.
I guess for this album, Jane asked if she could sing one of the songs that she wrote that was personal to her. And because she wasn't a singer... They were like, no. Which was like, she felt betrayed.
Yeah.
She was very sad. And then the shitty management team, that I call them a shitty management team, they told them that they all had to that they were going to make equal amounts from then on, and Jane was pissed. Because she's like, you know, we do more work than they do. She goes, I did most work on this album. We'll do that for the next one. But this one, no. And she was like, no, fuck this shit. And then she told them, listen, I'll play the rest of the tour. After that, I'm fucking out. And she left in October. And then she was replaced with a friend of theirs named Paula Jean Brown in Jane's place. But at this point, I guess when they played a couple shows, Kathy and Carlisle were like, this isn't it, sis.
Huh.
This isn't it. Kathy and Carlisle ended up breaking up the band without telling the others.
What?
Yep.
Oh. That's awkward.
And the three of them were like, fucking excuse me?
I would have been like, the fuck?
But at this point, because I guess Kathy's addiction was getting really bad, she was becoming very isolated at her home because she lived alone. So with the help of Paula, she checked into a rehab.
Okay, good. Good for her.
And Jane felt that the whole world had turned on her because of the things they were saying about her. And then Belinda went on, she like did the power move, and she went on to have like a successful solo career. Have you seen Black Mirror?
No.
None of them?
No, I don't think so.
There's an episode called San Junipero. It's the first one I was made to watch. I still have no fucking idea what that episode was about. Like, I was so confused. But that's like the big song in it. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
Oh my god, that's her song?
Mm-hmm.
What?
She has a couple of big songs. So she went on to be like...
So she was the one that at first wasn't paid equally, and then she was the one that you said, like, she just sings.
Yep.
Hmm.
So she literally went on to basically say fuck you and have a solo career.
That's a big fuck
I
you.
need to go back and watch San Junipero, though. If anybody's watched Black Mirror, which I can assume quite a few people have, and you understand that episode, can you explain it to me? Because even the person that made me watch it wasn't intelligent enough to do so. In fact, she was very immature. Sidetracked. Okay, but during her solo career, she offered Charlotte to come tour and write for her.
Mm-hmm.
So she would tour with her and write for her, and Charlotte was like forever grateful because she was coming off of addiction. She was just coming out of rehab, and it really helped her. So in '97, Gina and the drummer ended up suing the band because I guess after 1986 they weren't paid the proper amount, which I'm gonna be real, I'd be fucking pissed too.
Yeah.
And I guess it got silently disputed, and Charlotte and Gina signed an agreement to never speak of it again. And then they jumped on a reunion tour in '99. Yeah, I know. So the classic lineup released their fourth album in 2001, God Bless the GoGos. It had one single, Unforgiven, and guess what? It was co-written with Billie Joe Armstrong. Yup.
Really?
I knew that would like kind of pique your interest because I think we both love Green Day.
I do.
Yes. So when I read that, I was like, hot diggity damn.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I know. So it had good reviews, and it made number 57 on the charts, which is better than nothing.
That's true.
And then in 2010, they announced their farewell tour, and then Kathy broke her knee while hiking.
Oh, Kathy.
So the rest of the band, as the four of them, kept touring. But it wasn't their farewell tour. That kind of just got like, shoo. Shoo, let's pretend like we never said that. Shoo. However, in 2011, they announced a Ladies Gone Wild tour for the 30th anniversary of Beauty and the Beat. Which, damn. COVID hadn't happened, they might have done a 40th anniversary one. I would have been so lit.
That would have been cool.
They played at the Food and Wine Festival. My mom was a real bitch and decided to start shit, and then we didn't go because she was like, I'm not taking you no more. I'm so pissed. I would have loved, and I would have stayed after to try to meet them too. I love the GoGos. I absolutely love the GoGos. And this has been like a long time thing because my mom got me the 2 albums from a thrift store when I was 13. Mm-hmm.
That's so
While
neat.
my dad was getting his first tattoo in California. That was also, I remember specifically because that was the last trip I saw my grandma.
Wow.
Yeah.
Random life facts.
I know.
About Erica.
I have a soft side, okay? Fuck off. At least I try not to.
It's very hidden. But it's
So,
there.
during this Ladies Gone Wild tour, they toured with a woman from another band. Her name was Abby Travis.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she played in a couple different bands, and at one point she was in the Eagles of Death Metal. Does that name sound familiar to you?
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't, like, really say much.
I think it was in Paris. I'm not sure where the show got shot at. And it was years ago. I think it was like 2015.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly where it was, but yeah. And they were like, it was hard for them to get back on stage and play again. I can understand that 100%. I don't know how Ariana Grande did it.
That's tough. That was tough.
Mm-hmm. So in 2013, on their website, they were like, hey, so we have irreconcilable, I hope reconcilable.
Reconcilable. Yeah, reconcilable.
Something like that.
I don't know.
I kind of just like shut down for a second. Differences with Kathy, and they said she left the band, but Kathy's like, no, they fired me. And
these bitches kicked me out.
So she sued them. There's a lot of suing here.
I see the pattern.
Yes. Don't worry, there's more. Because she felt that there was more of a cut of the money from the royalties that she deserved. And at this point, the band was still touring with just the 4 of them. Like, they were just kind of like, I guess, back and forth between touring and lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2014, it was settled. And around this time, the band was inducted into the Hollywood Bowl Hall of Fame.
Nice.
In 2016, they announced they were going to be touring again, just as the 4.
Mm-hmm. Then
they were like, hey, so this is the last tour. We may play some shows here and there. But otherwise, no more tours. Not doing it, because they're all, like, in their 60s.
Okay.
And in 2018, Kathy actually joined the band on stage for the first time in 6 years. And they announced that they were going to be working on a Broadway show based off their music. Yeah. I don't remember. I think it's Our Lips Are Sealed. I'm not sure. They got great reviews, though.
Really?
Yeah, I wish I could have seen it. I remember hearing about it back then briefly. Gina actually, I think maybe I did talk about I talked about Gina suing, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I think so.
So there were 3 lawsuits in there. So one thing that that it's been noted that Gina did was she co-wrote one song for, Miley Cyrus and 4 for Selena Gomez and The Scene. Do you remember that album cover where she had the glitter lipstick on?
Oh,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yep. That's
what?
Taking it back. So last year they released that documentary directed by Allison Ellwood. And they released a single for the first time in 19 years called Club Zero, and it's actually in the documentary. It's pretty dope. So they were planning on playing shows last year, and then they got postponed to this year, and they're now canceled. So they have no further, plans to this date that's at least noted. I'm so sad.
Damn.
I need to see them. I need to see the GoGos. I just the fact that everyone's always like, oh, the GoGos, that sounds just like a pop. They went a pop direction, but them some talented bitches.
Yeah.
I love
songs.
I loves me the GoGos. I love just whenever I play, I'll usually play it as the first album in the morning when I open up the record shop, because it's just such a a good start to the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The GoGos.
I love the GoGos. Yo, side note, while I was waiting for my sleep meds to kick in this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, I started literally going through I showed you I have the 4 cube and the 2 cube for my vinyl now.
I think so, yeah.
So I started pulling them out and organizing them. Why? I have no idea. I just got this impulse. So, it starts with All My Shine Down, and then it goes to Eminem, and then it goes to Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, and I think then the Pretty Reckless. I'm literally, putting them all together. And then I looked out at myself at, 3:15, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm tired. So now I have all these records everywhere, and I'm like, my mom's gonna fucking kill me. So I'm probably going to go home and work on that, because I ain't getting yelled at again. Although she should be proud of me. I'm organizing.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I am a very lazy person. Organization is not meant for me. But yeah, no. So that is your lesson on the GoGos.
Okay.
You learned some things?
Well, I was going to say, a quick thing about me is that I really enjoy watching movie documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
Movie documentaries is not what I meant to say. Music documentaries. That's what I meant to say.
Jeez, you okay?
Yeah, no, I don't know. But I really like music documentaries.
Yeah, so do I.
They're fucking fantastic. And as we were doing this one, I just got a sense of instead of watching, and I felt like I was listening to a music documentary.
I'll
and
have
it's
to
just
send
really
you.
good.
I'll send you the login to the Showtime thing because I'm going to cancel it after watching a couple of their documentaries they have.
They got more documentaries?
They have one I saw on Amy Winehouse. I'm going to watch. I'm probably going to do notes for a later on episode because we talked about her briefly in the 27 Club, but I want to cover her because she was just like a very, very talented human being.
Oh man, I'm down. I love learning about like real life people. Like movies, I'm really bad at movies. Not that I don't like them, but documentaries,
I have
love
no
documentaries.
attention span for movies. But then again, I also hate how rushed movies feel. Like, I love TV shows, especially
TV shows.
I'd rather a book be made into a TV show than a movie because a movie doesn't give it enough time. They cut all the important parts out. Harry Potter.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Did you really?
I knew it was gonna be Harry Potter. I had this feeling. I was like, well, I'm just gonna be Harry Potter.
Yep. But yeah, no. I enjoyed watching it. It was like I need to go back and watch the Free Britney documentary on Hulu.
I'm telling you, man. I feel like people can really learn stuff from this podcast.
Maybe I'll give you my login to Canvas too. You can watch my the Ken Burns jazz videos. There's like 10 hours of it.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Oh no, there's more than 10 hours of it.
14 hours of that?
14 hours.
14?
Yes, and I have 2 to watch this week again.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'm just going to say this right now. I've never been so motivated to get this shit done in my life because I literally want to get this associate's degree done and over with.
Dude, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing everything.
After fall, I'll be taking my last 3 classes. I've never taken 3 classes at once, and it's probably going to destroy me. And it might also although I'm going to try, once this jazz class is over, I'm going to try a lot to get more research archived. So that way when we record episodes, all I have to do is edit it.
And then just post more material for you guys.
Productive. Something I'm not good at, but it's working right now.
I'm glad it's working for one of us.
All right, guys, so thank you for listening. Once again, like, share, download, follow, whatever the fuck you do to get this podcast. Share this with a friend. Share this with your grandma.
Share it with a not friend.
Share it with a not grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma may not appreciate this, though.
Yeah, be careful who you're sharing.
I know my grandma doesn't listen to this, and she's like, oh, that's great. But I'm sitting there thinking, like,
don't listen to
Grandma. I hope Grandma never. I'm glad my grandparents aren't able to navigate the web like that.
Thank goodness. I hope nobody navigates it for them either.
Listen, I know my mom doesn't listen to this, and she told me straight to my face she would never listen to this. So, fuck you, Mom.
You're a very nice lady.
No, you're not. Remember, there's a term I love to use for her, and it's thunder cunt.
Well, I'm not getting into that whole subject.
So anyways, so follow us on social. In the Instagram. I keep getting the Instagram.
Mine is cat_UT.
Erica's .vinyl. I'm trying to remember what the fucking
and then the podcast.
Music History on a High Note podcast on Instagram. Yeah. If you go on Facebook, Music History on a High Note, the podcast.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us on wherever you're listening to this. Thank you so much for listening. If you've continuously listened to this, we so much appreciate it.
Yep.
And it would be awesome if you continue to share it because we would love to get more people listening, and then maybe get sponsored by Nickelback or Crocs.
There was trivia yesterday at my work, and the guy who does it played a Nickelback song, and that's part of the trivia if you write the artist's name down. And he's like,
it a musical bingo or something?
No, it's like regular trivia, but then they play, how they play a song.
Yeah.
Well, you get an extra point if you guess the artist the song. And so when he was announcing the answer and then the song, he was like, Nickelback, the band that everybody hates and we don't know why.
Yes.
Well, I don't hate them.
Yeah. No. Anybody who is decent does not hate them.
They've got some good songs.
Sponsor us, Nickelback. We love you. We will support you.
We will support you, Nickelback.
I will defend you to the death while wearing my Crocs.
I mean, who
Listen.
can beat Rockstar? I want to be a rock star.
Danny's favorite part of it is when he goes, I'll have a quesadilla. Oh. Every time. I have a Nickelback tattoo on my ribs, and I got Crocs tattooed on my arm. Fucking fight me, motherfuckers.
Wow. Anyways, let's get back to this. We've held these people on.
I know. This is the worst part when we do this constantly.
We do this at the end every time.
I know. I'm the worst. All right, guys. Until next time, don't eat the yellow snow. Stay out of the sun. And if you are in the sun, sunscreen.
Yeah.
Any words of advice, words of wisdom, Kat?
Don't use tanning lotion. That shit will burn you. Unless you're white.
If you
probably don't want to burn you.
If you are as pale as I am, you need to stay the fuck out of the sun.
Oh, look at this farmer's tan.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to them.
I just wanted to show you something. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a horrible farmer's tan, though.
Yeah, but it shows that I'm tanning on my eyes.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.